I'm Kayla. I'm getting ready to do my brain dissection and my eye dissection. Okay, I'm really disgusted by this, so please bear with me. I'm just really, it's just like disgusting to me. Like, it's really gross. So, I'm trying to do my best, but yeah, I'm just not really that type of girl that kind of likes doing stuff like this. Is really like nasty. So that's why I have all my gear on because I'm really like just really disgusted. It's like really nasty. So I'm gonna do it and hopefully I get a good grade on it. I have my sheet of paper right here with all my words. So I'm going to be looking at this. So I'll make sure I don't miss any parts of the brain. I don't want to mess up or anything. So this is what I'll be looking at. I'm going to I'm on webcam. So I'm going to kind of pull it downward so you guys can see my brain because I couldn't figure out how to stage it exactly right where you could see me and the brain at the same time. So I'm just going to bend my screen down and I won't be in the picture anymore, but my brain and my hands will. So I've already started cutting open the brain. I have about I have the brain cut open already. I didn't want anybody to hear me scream or anything. So, oh my gosh. But, so, this is really, it's a new experience for me. It's not as bad as I thought. It really isn't. It's not as bad as I thought. So, here we go. Let me put this down so you can see my brain. I'm hoping you guys can see this really well. If not, I could just like pick it up for you, but you okay, ew. Okay. So I just cut this open. I just got that cut open and everything. So I'm getting ready to go ahead and start naming the parts. Okay, let me put this little brain back together so I can make sure I'm doing the right, because I learned it based off of what was in that book and I need to make sure the book was like this. So this will be, as you can see, oh my god. But okay, as you can see, this is my brain. This is the left hemisphere and this is the right. Okay. I'm going to be dealing with the regions of the right half of the brain. Okay. Let me make sure my computer is going to not cut off on you. I hope it won't. Okay. First up on my sheet of paper, let's see. The the corpus callosum. Okay. Ew. Anyway, let me get something so you can see directly where I'm pointing to. The corpus, make sure I don't touch any juices. The corpus callosum is located right here. It's so nasty, but it's right here. I'm hoping you can see this really well. This is, I stuck my pen in it. Oh, I guess I could stick it in there so you can see. I'm going to use my little dissection pen. This right here. Put it at the top. Let me make sure. Uh-oh. Oh, I apologize. My screen keeps going black on me on my computer. I apologize for that. I just need to make sure that I'm on the right. Okay. This is this right here. Let me put it right there. Well, I say right there. That is the corpus. This right here. I hope you can see it. Can you see the pen? This is the corpus callosum. Okay, next up, let me check my list. The thalamus. Okay. The thalamus is really like located below the corpus, kind of at an angle. It's right below it though. This second dissection pen that I just put in, that is called the thalamus. Can you see that really good? Thalamus. Okay, next up will be the hypothalamus, which is located. I'm trying to get my dissection pins out of here. This is what you're seeing me do. Okay, excuse me. The hypothalamus is located underneath the thalamus, which makes sense. It is about right. Oh, let's put it right there. Can you see that? Okay. Let's see. The brainstem. Okay. Let me get another dissection pin. This thing. Ew. Okay. Cover my nose. The brainstem is this part right here. It's basically the stem of the brain. Let's see. Mine really wasn't as good as it was in the book, but this is basically right here. That's the brainstem. Not the very little piece in the back, not that part, but this right here where I just stuck that pin in, that's the brainstem. Let's see. And within the brainstem, there's the midbrain, the pons, and the medulla. Let's see what this is. Medulla oblongata. Excuse my pronunciation. I really don't know how to pronounce, but it's the midbrain, the pons, and medulla oblongata. That is what all three of those are located within the brainstem. So I can basically tell you, the midbrain is at the tip. It's at the top part of the brainstem. The pons is located in the middle part of the brainstem, right about there, and then the medulla oblongata is located at the bottom of the brainstem. Okay, what's next on the list? The cerebrum. The cerebrum. Okay, the cerebrum. My computer is going black again. Sorry. Okay, the cerebrum is let's see. The cerebrum is like the back part of the brain, basically. I'm gonna put my dissection pin right. Oh, it won't go through. Tough. Well, I can't get the poke through. There it is. This is the cerebrum. Right about there, the back part of the brain. Okay, and the cerebellum, or whatever, I'm trying to get my dissection pin. The cerebellum, that is located at the very tail end of the brain. This right here. It's like a little ball hanging out of the brain. Basically, that's what I call it. But, it's right here, the cerebellum. Okay. Now, what else? Let's see we need some different parts of the brain. Next up is the frontal, the frontal lobe. Okay. Where's my, let's see. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Frontal. Okay. Alrighty. The frontal lobe is basically at the front of the brain. I guess I can use the other half of the brain for this. It's kind of, I think you want the parts at the same. Well, I'll use the same brain. The frontal brain, basically, hope you won't get confused because of my dissection pins. I'll take out all the ones that I've already done, so it won't confuse you. Take these out. Okay, the frontal lobe is located right here. Okay. Oh, my paper flew away. Excuse me, 1 second, my paper just flew away. I need that for my list. Okay. Okay. This is the frontal lobe part of the brain. Hopefully, okay, my paper keeps flying away. Dang. Hopefully you can see it, the frontal. Well, I just don't want to stay. I need something. Let's see. Alright. Next up is the parietal lobe. The parietal lobe is basically, let me get a dissection pin. It's basically located right behind the frontal. It's kind of sort of in the middle of the brain. I'm gonna put that right about there, as you can see. And then last is the occipital brain. It's the occipital lobe, which is the back part of the brain, located about right there. Hopefully you can see it. This is the frontal, which is located in the front. The middle part is the parietal, and the back part of the brain is called the occipital lobe. Okay, next up is the longitudinal fissure. Basically, that is this line right here that's separating the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. This separation, this division, is called the longitudinal fissure. Okay, let me get one more dissection pen. The sulci, I guess that's how it's pronounced, the sulci. Make sure my computer does. The sulci are these, it kind of is this part of the brain. It's like, I say it looks like worms, because the brain kind of looks like little worms all put together. But basically it's that part of the brain, those parts. And the gyri, no, I'm sorry. The sulci are the in between areas of like the parts that look wormish. They're like they're in between them. It's like the holes that kind of separates all those little squirmy lines. That separates. Well, let's see if I can. That separates it. So I will stick it right in between those things, and then the gyri are the little that kind of look like mushed up worms. Those are it. I had it backwards, so forgive me. But okay, there we go. Next up will be, let's see, the precentral gyrus. Okay. Ew. Let me use this other side of the brain. Ew. Okay. Basically, the precentral gyrus. Let me move my thing from my computer cut off. Okay, let me get another dissection pen. If I can get just one. Okay. The precentral gyrus is basically located. We're going to need to see. We're going to need to see the top part of the brain. All right. It is located about right here. Hopefully you can see that. I'll poke it about. That is the precentral gyrus. Can you see that? Okay. Next up will be the central solus. Okay. The central solus is located it's like basically right beside the precentral gyrus. So I'm gonna put it about right there because that's about where it's located. It's right beside it. Hopefully you can see this clearly. There we go. Next, let's see, is the precentral, no, I didn't, postcentral, excuse me. The postcentral gyrus is basically, it's right beside the central. The precentral is basically right here, and then the central solus is right here, and the postcentral gyrus is basically in the back of it. As you can see, there the three are. Okay. Next, let's see what's up next. Okay, I wrote down the cerebellum again. I'm not for sure why, but here it is. This is the different side of the brain, so I guess I can show you it. This is the left side of the brain. I was working with this is the right side of the brain, and now I'm working with the left, so I guess I can show you the cerebellum. This right here is the cerebellum part of the left side. That right there. Okay, and that's basically it for the brain dissection. That's basically it for the brain dissection. So, those are the parts of the brain that were on page 439 and 449. I'm thinking that's the page numbers. I wrote all the key terms that I would need to know. So hopefully I covered them all. And here's my brain with all the points that I located and I told and I called out. So hopefully that. Now for the eye, I would have to, for the eye dissection, I will probably do that on a different video because I haven't got my eye out the container or anything yet. So that'll be a separate video. So I guess I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Okay. I'll do this on another video, the eye one. So I'll give you both links. Thank you.